Hey, we're meeting up at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. You better not be late.
Huh? But we're going to meet my parents at their house to announce the engagement to them tomorrow, right? Isn't 6 a.m. a little early? I doubt they'll even be awake at that time.
Don't be stupid. If anything, 6 a.m. is late.
No, I'm pretty sure common sense dictates that 6 a.m. is too early. Are your parents fishermen or something?
Fishermen, don't make me cringe. My parents are both top execs at a major bank. Just like me, their pride and joy. That's why you're marrying me, right? I know you've probably got your sights set on my and my family's money.
Wow, are you for real? It's not like that at all. I didn't even know your parents worked at a bank when we started dating. The only reason I know now is because you never stopped bragging about them. Money really isn't as important to me as you seem to think, Carl.
Oh, did I brag about that? Whoops, I guess you can't blame me when my parents are as distinguished as they are. Oh well. Your mom and dad are poor, right? You must feel lucky to be able to marry someone from a family as rich as mine. It's like you hit the jackpot in life.
No, I don't think that at all. Jeez, what do you take me for?
Liar. I know you must be secretly ecstatic about the fact you're marrying into money. Who wouldn't be? It's okay, babe. There's no need to be shy. Anyway, the fact of the matter is, with a ring from me on your finger, your future of safety, security, and more importantly, wealth is set in stone. I'm gonna show you luxury like you've never seen before, you lowly peasant girl. Me and my parents are really kind, so we can't help but take pity on poor people whenever we see them. Did you know my dad always puts money in the homeless guy's cups?
So, wait, what are you saying? That you're marrying me out of charity because you feel sorry for me?
I guess when you put it like that, yeah, I kind of am. If marrying you means saving a poverty-stricken depth groveler from the midst of want and starvation, I'll be happy. I guess I'm kind of a philanthropist when you think about it. Talk about contributing to society. I really am one in a million. I guess when you're born as rich, good-looking, talented, funny, charismatic, kind, intelligent, and humble as me, you have a duty to share your blessings with humanity and make the world a better place.
Oh my God, I feel myself becoming less interested in marrying you by the second.
Don't talk silly, babe. Marrying me is your only option in life. Without me, all that awaits you is poverty and suffering. Even if you hated me, you still couldn't afford to let a chance this big slip away. I'm the catch of a lifetime, and don't you just know it? Your entire future rests on marrying me.
Jesus Christ, Carl, how much do you have to insult and humiliate me before you'll be satisfied? I had no idea you looked down on me this much.
If you don't want me to look down on you, how about you tell me what your parents' jobs are? That includes their yearly salaries. Go ahead, I'm waiting.
Why the hell should I have to do that?
Because you obviously wouldn't if I didn't ask you. I bet they graduated from some third-rate college and work in cubicles. It's only natural people are gonna look down on you coming from a family like that. The truth is, everyone thinks like me. I'm just the only one who's kind enough to be straight up with you. You should be thanking me for calling your parents broke losers. I come from an elite banking family. Do you have any idea what that means? Do you have any conception of the sheer incredibleness of our contribution to society and to the human race?
I shouldn't have to tell you this, but almost all professions contribute to society in some way or other. Sure, banking is a prestigious industry, but that doesn't make you or your parents better than me or anybody else for that matter. A person's value isn't determined by what job they do, and I'm honestly blown away that you think this way.
If people's value isn't determined by their jobs, then what the hell is it determined by? I've never heard anything so batshit crazy in my life. Poor people always say stuff like this to cope with their poverty. You crack me up, babe. If a person's value ain't determined by their job, then why do different jobs make different salaries? Allow me to answer, because there's a difference in the level of contribution they make and the value each one holds to society. Boom! Check and mate!
Well, sure, it's not that you're wrong. Still, that doesn't give you the right to look down on people for the job they do or which college they went to. You're dead wrong, and I'm disgusted in you for saying these things, Carl.
You could be disgusted all you like. What the hell do I care? I'm one of life's winners. If you don't like it, how about you get even by working hard, making more money than me, and earning some successes of your own instead of making bitter jibes at me just because I'm better than you? I don't need to listen to the angsty whining of someone who doesn't even know how to make money. You're literally not qualified to even speak to me about this.
Fine, whatever. I'm done with this conversation. We're up early in the morning, so I'm going to bed. I'm looking forward to meeting your parents. Good night.
Oh, would you look at that? As soon as the discussion gets too uncomfortable, you bail out. I guess at least you finally accepted you're up against your intellectual superior and had no hope of besting me in debate. I shouldn't be surprised. Broke losers always run away when the going gets tough. Good night, sugar tits.
Ugh.
Is 6 a.m. in the morning? What in the devil's name possessed you to decide to come that early? I mean, me and your mother are awake by then, so it's not like we can't. Still, I nearly spat out my chamomile tea when I read your message.
I'm really sorry to spring this on you all of a sudden, Dad. I did want us to come in the afternoon.
It's fine. Forget about it. Regardless of when you come, the result will be the same. Let's just get it over with as soon as we can. How about me, you, and your mother all go out for a drive together after we're done with him and his family? We haven't really done anything as a family lately. I miss our days out together.
Yeah, you're right. I do too, Dad. I guess if we're all going to be together at 6 a.m., we may as well make the most of the day and go somewhere nice. I can't wait to go out driving with you guys. It's been so long.
I've been as busy as it gets lately, so it's been pretty difficult for me to give myself any time off work. Now that I think about it, I'm actually pleased you're coming at 6 a.m. This way we get to spend the whole day together as a family. Still, our appointment tomorrow morning still feels more like a work engagement.
Yeah, I get that. I'm sorry you guys have to do this.
What are you apologizing for? You haven't done anything wrong, sweetie. My position means I have responsibilities to fulfill, and I intend to fulfill them. I might grumble from time to time, but I don't actually have a problem with it. I knew what I was getting myself into when I accepted the job.
Yep, I know that.
All right, let's get an early night in preparation for tomorrow morning. I can't afford to risk being sleep-deprived if we're going to be out driving all day.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, see you in the morning. I'm really looking forward to seeing you both.
Good night, sweetie. What's going on, Lila? It's already past 6.
Yeah, I'm really sorry, Dad. I've been trying to call Carl, but he won't pick up. I have no idea where he is or what's going on. If I had to guess, I'd say maybe he overslept. Ugh, that lazy sloth.
It may well be that he overslept. But even still, his parents aren't here either. My gut's telling me something fishy's going on here.
God, I can't believe he'd do this when he was the one who insisted we all meet up at 6 a.m. in the first place.
You don't think he'd intentionally make us all wait, do you?
Huh? But why would he do something like that?
I have no idea why, but that's all I can think of. It's been over 15 minutes now, and they're still not here. If it was anyone else, I'd have my doubts, but with those three, anything is possible.
I just want to get this thing over with and go out for a drive with you guys. What the hell's gotten into them? This was supposed to be a surprise, but I booked me, you, and Mom a river rafting ride on the nearby river. It was close by and I figured it could be fun, but at this rate, we might not make it in time.
I see. Those cretins really do look down on us, don't they? I wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt at first, but between the no-show and zero contact, my patience has reached its limits. They've got some serious explaining to do. Lila, why the hell are you spam calling me?
Excuse me? Are you being for real with that question?
Of course I am. I have like 60 missed calls. Who are you, my goddamn stalker? Oops. Was today the day our parents were supposed to be meeting each other before the wedding?
Is this a joke?
Sorry, babe. Crap, it was supposed to be at 6 a.m., right? My bad. I totally forgot to tell my mom and dad.
Carl, did you intentionally choose the earliest, most awkward time you possibly could to cause trouble for me and my parents?
Like hell I'd do something like that. What kind of monster do you take me for? I forgot our parents were supposed to be meeting for the first time today. I just woke up. Oops. My mom and dad are rich bankers, so you have an obligation to wait for us.
Okay, understood. We're waiting.
Good. Now make us a coffee while we wait, peasant. Get some nice candy for us all, too. My dad has a sweet tooth. I doubt a bunch of broke peasants like you could afford to get the quality stuff, but I want you to do your best. It's not often you get to rub shoulders with the elite, so I want to see some serious effort.
Sure thing, Carl. You might want to come quickly. There's something super fun waiting here for you. I'm not angry, babe, so just come quick, okay?
Of course you're not. How could you possibly afford to be angry with me? Your life is basically over if me and you don't get married. If you don't get a ring on your finger, you'll spend the rest of your days despairing in poverty over the thought of what could have been. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to get ready at a nice relaxed pace while enjoying my morning coffee. Make sure you wait patiently for your superiors to arrive, you lowly peasants.
Ugh.
Lila, what the hell just happened? Why did my mom and dad get on their knees and apologize to you?
Good question. I wonder why.
What's that supposed to mean? How could you not know? Explain yourself, woman. I was so dumbfounded by the shamefulness of what I was seeing, I felt this almost uncontrollable urge to get out of there as soon as possible. What were my parents doing? That was my mom and dad, right?
Yeah, of course it was. They're still down on their knees in front of me now, actually. I did tell them they have nothing to apologize for, but they keep insisting on telling me how sorry they are. To be honest, they're kind of annoying me now. Won't you be a dear and come and collect them and then get the hell away from us?
Hey, who the hell do you think you are? Do not take that attitude with me, woman. I am the man of this family, and I will not tolerate disrespect. I don't know what the heck's gotten into you lately, but if you think you get to talk to me like that, you got another think coming. You ain't special and you need to know your place.
Actually, I think we are special. We all got up early to make it to the meeting spot for 6 a.m. after all. No matter how you look at it, unlike you, we've shown ourselves capable of keeping simple promises.
Is that why my mom and dad are on their knees in front of you? What the heck is going on here? None of what you're saying makes any sense at all.
If you're so curious, how about you come back over to our house? Something tells me that if you do, all your questions will be answered.
Wait a sec. That huge house? Who the hell does it belong to? There's no way a bunch of broke losers like you could ever afford to live in a house that big. What's going on? Did you rent an Airbnb for a day to try and impress us? Are you living there illegally?
Don't worry, I'll explain everything when you get here. Stop babbling on and hurry up.
God damn you. This attitude, I'll never forgive you for this, woman. Lila, I'm so sorry. I know I said some awful things to you, but you should know I didn't mean any of them. Will you find it in your heart to forgive me, baby? Please, I'm begging you.
Is this Carl? Why is it that you seemed to turn into a completely different person as soon as you found out who my dad is?
I had no idea. Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me your dad is the CEO of the bank my parents work at? I can't make any sense of this. I have no idea why you'd hide something so important from me.
I'm not the kind of person who goes around bragging about my parents. Surely you should know that about me by now. I'm nothing like you.
Look, I get that you might not want to brag to people, but surely this is different. It's not like I'm some rando off the street, babe. We're engaged. I don't get why you wouldn't tell me about your dad.
I did toy with the idea of telling you a few times, but where would the fun in that be?
Huh? The fun?
It's precisely because I didn't tell you that we were able to plan fun little outings like the event we had planned for today. The suspense, the thrill, the mystery. Going in blind has way more mystique, no?
You kept your dad being the CEO of one of the biggest banks in America a secret so we could go on fun little outings? What does that even mean? Just what the hell do you take me for, Lila?
Listen, Carl, I need to tell you something. You might want to sit down. It'll probably come as a shock. You ready? I never had any intention of marrying you.
What the heck did you just say? If you didn't want to marry me, why would you agree for our parents to meet up? This makes zero sense.
So my dad could fire you all in person.
Huh? Fire us?
Yes, you heard me. Fire you. You see, I told your dad about everything you and your parents said and did to me. All of the horrible treatment, all of the insults, the constant contempt and disdain you treated me with, all of it. That's why I agreed for our parents to meet up today, so he could fire you all in person.
Lila, please, surely you can see this is going too far. You can't fire us for this. I get that you might be angry with me, but this is our private life. How can you drag my parents' work into it?
Actually, that's a decision for my dad to make.
But this isn't fair. I don't agree to being fired. Hello, excuse me, Richard, sir? Is it true that you're firing me and my parents from the bank? With all due respect, sir, how could you do this? You're gonna be my father-in-law soon. No, I most certainly am not. You're fired. Look, sir, I understand that you might be angry, but surely what goes on between me and Lila is private? I don't see why me and my parents should lose our jobs over it, sir. We work super hard at the company. We give that place our all. How can you fire us over this? This is wrongful dismissal. You listen to me, boy, and you listen good. Believe me, I wanted to avoid firing you if I could. It was never my intention for things to end up this way. I wanted for us all to get along, and for you and your parents to keep your jobs. Really? That's great news. So does this mean we can put all this behind us? But, and there is a but, you made us wait for far too long, Carl. Huh? Today was one of my rare days off. Me, Lila, and my wife were all planning to go out driving after we'd met you and your parents. But thanks to your mean-spirited game playing, we sat around waiting for 6 hours. We had to cancel not only our lunch, but also the river rafting ride Lila had booked for us. Well, I'm really sorry about that, sir. Do you have any idea how busy I am as the CEO of one of the biggest banks in America? Seriously, boy, do you even realize the weight of that responsibility? We're talking about managing billions of dollars, making decisions that impact countless lives, and ensuring the financial stability of a major institution. It requires so much commitment and responsibility that I virtually never get time off. But today was one of the few days off I get every year. And I was supposed to be spending it on a special day out with my family. You took that away from me, and I'll never forgive you for that. That's why me and my parents just got fired? Sir, please, I understand that it was rude of us to make you wait 6 hours, and we're all really sorry about that. Don't kid yourself, boy. You know that's not the only reason. Let's not forget about the abuse you subjected my daughter to. Lila told me how long you and your parents had been saying all of those horrible things to her. A shudder goes down my spine just thinking about how horrible that must have been for her to go through. Well, I'm really sorry about that too, sir. But please don't do this, sir. I'm begging you. Can't we just talk this through like mature, responsible adults before making hasty decisions in the heat of the moment? Don't throw away 3 good employees. My decision is final. If you want to take me to court for wrongful dismissal, then be my guest. My lawyers are the best money can buy. If you think you stand a chance, then show me what you've got. There's just one thing. You can fight this if you want, but just know it's going to mean having all of the horrendous things you subjected my poor daughter to exposed to the world. As long as that's all right with you, then I'm ready and waiting. God damn it! Your entire life consists of bragging about how superior you are and putting other people down. To be frank, you disgust me. And that goes for your parents, too. The other employees at the bank told me exactly how you 3 good-for-nothings treat them. It turns out my daughter isn't the only one you've been treating like crap. It should go without saying that you won't have a single ally at the company if this goes to court. Something tells me that before long, the entire company is going to hate you. Huh? You mean the guys at the office don't like me? What do you mean the entire company is gonna hate me? I'll be sending an email out to the whole company notifying the employees of what happened with you and your parents. Let the 3 of you be an example so that no one at my bank ever throws their weight around and belittles others ever again. Oh my God, no! Wait, please! Do you really have to do that, sir? Like, really? Really? The things you said to my poor daughter were far worse. I'll never forgive you for the way you treated her, and I'll never forgive you for stealing 6 hours of my precious time. Holy frickin' hell, this is bad. I'm serious, sir, please. I need this job. Please don't fire me. I'll change my ways, I swear. I can do better. That's not going to happen, boy. Do you have any idea how long Lila suffered as a result of your despicable behavior? You made your bed. Now lie in it. Give up and stop squirming, you miserable worm. Oh my God! Lila, baby, I'm begging you. Do you have any idea how screwed me and my parents will be if we lose our careers over this?
So what? Surely you can just start over in another industry. You're super gifted and well-educated after all, right? If anyone can do this, it's you, Carl.
Well, sure, but that's not the point.
You're one of life's winners, right? What's losing your job at the bank to a hotshot stud like you? I bet you couldn't care less. You're outstandingly talented, hardworking, and intelligent after all, right?
Wait a sec. Do you know?
Huh? Know about what? Oh, do you mean, do I know about the fact that you got held back after 2 years in college for repeatedly getting the lowest grade possible on your exams, before finally dropping out in exasperation with your own dim-wittedness?
How the hell do you know about that?
Your mom and dad just told me. I mean, I can hardly say I was surprised. I always had my suspicions. From all of your boasting about how amazing you were, I never really felt it. Besides, are people who brag about themselves ever actually talented?
I'm still more accomplished than you, you filthy peasant. Unlike you, I work for one of the biggest banks in America.
Worked, Carl. The word you're looking for is worked. Besides, you only got a job there in the first place because of your mom and dad, right? I, on the other hand, didn't exploit the fact that my dad is the CEO of a major bank to my advantage. And I found work by myself on my own merit. Sure, your job title may have been more impressive than mine, but the fact that you had nothing to do with obtaining it means that in a very real sense, I am in fact more accomplished than you.
God damn you, don't get clever with me, woman.
It must really suck to be you right now. To think your only joy in life was to look down on people based on nothing more than the job title you lucked your way into. Now even that's gone. How tragic.
I just want you to tell me why. Why didn't you just break up with me if you were so unhappy? Based on what I heard from your dad, you hated being with me. So why would you agree to marry me in the first place? Why not just break it off before things came to this?
Like I said, I never had any intention of marrying you. I just relished the thought of biding my time to teach you a lesson and show you your real position in this world. I've been waiting for this day for a long time.
You're sick in the head.
I don't need to hear that from an abusive scumbag like you. Anyway, I'm getting bored of this now. If you know your place, how about you come over and get on your knees and apologize like your parents?
I bet you wouldn't forgive me even if I did.
Of course I won't. My dad's nicer than me, though, so who knows? You might be in with a shot if your apologies seem sincere enough. You know, he didn't want to have to fire you. He was fully prepared to let you keep your jobs if you all reflected on your behavior and apologized.
God damn it. Hey, he didn't forgive me at all. Why the hell did you make me think I had a chance? God damn you.
Oh, well, I guess it can't be helped. At least you tried. To be honest, I kinda knew my dad was too pissed about you making him wait 6 hours to forgive you. I've never actually seen him this mad.
So he's still mad about that? Hang on a sec. Is that what he's the most pissed off about, that I made him wait?
Things aren't looking good for you and your family now, huh? You should probably get home soon so you can start planning how you're gonna dig yourselves out of the massive hole you've dug yourselves into.
Shut up! Like hell I'm just gonna lay down and take this. You'd love to see me run home with my tail between my legs, wouldn't you? Well, it ain't gonna happen. Lila, please, just hear me out. If you don't do something to make this better, my parents are gonna disown me.
Wow, really?
Yes! They forgave me for dropping out of college after I desperately begged them not to kick me out and promised to work hard to find a job. But this time, I think their patience with me is running out, Lila. At this rate, I won't even have a family soon.
Whatever, I don't care. That's not my problem, so deal with it yourself. I'm done taking my revenge now, so feel free to plummet to the depths of hell however you like.
Lila, please, give me one more chance. I'm sorry. I swear I am. I can make you happy. Will you give me one last chance to prove it, please? Let's get married, baby.
Wow, is this a joke?
I don't care if I lose my job. I don't care if my reputation gets destroyed. I don't care if my parents disown me. But I can't bear to lose you, Lila. Baby, will you marry me?
Wait a sec, Carl. Do you actually love me?
Of course I do. Sure, maybe I was a little mean to you sometimes, but when I proposed to you, I meant it. That's just how I am with people, and I get it. It's not normal. Maybe I have a problem. Why do I have to be so damn prideful?
Interesting. I think you just did more self-reflection in the last 10 seconds than you have in the whole time I've known you. There's just one problem. I don't love you anymore. Sorry, sweetie. I'm sure you'll find someone nice one day.
Oh my God! Lila, please! Please don't leave me, baby. I'm begging you. Does this mean you're gonna break off the engagement?
Duh, of course it does. That was my plan all along. How about you use this whole thing as an experience to self-reflect and become a better person so you don't end up alienating the next woman who walks into your life?
Lila, please, I'm begging you, don't do this. I'm nothing without you.
What a shame. To think I went out of my way to buy some expensive candy for you and your parents for today's get-together? Hey Dad, sorry to message you so late, but I just wanted to tell you I had a blast today. I really enjoyed going out driving with you and Mom this evening.
Ah, yes. Hello, Princess. I guess everything worked out all right in the end. Still, I really wanted to go on that river rafting ride. Did you know me and your mother even bought our swimming gear?
Wow, really?
Anyway, dear, I'm sorry. I feel like I failed you because I didn't realize I had such a sniveling, low-life weasel working at my company. If I'd dealt with him earlier, you could have been spared so much suffering.
Don't sweat it, Dad. Seriously, you're the CEO, not God. You had no way of knowing what he was really like. I'm the one who voluntarily stayed around to teach him a lesson. So really, Dad, you have nothing to apologize for, not a single thing.
You're right. All right, I'll forget about it. Oh, and by the way, I decided we didn't get to spend enough time together today. So I'm taking another day off tomorrow. It's a Sunday, so you won't be working either, right?
Wow, you moved on quickly. Sure, I'm not working tomorrow.
Great! River rafting it is! See you at 6 a.m. in the morning.
After my dad fired Carl and his parents from the bank and Carl realized he'd lost his chance at marrying me, he went totally off the rails and his parents had no choice but to disown him. Carl, whose pride and ego are so enormous that it's a wonder he's even able to carry them around, lost both his job and his reputation in one fell swoop. Unable to accept the fact he'd have to take a low-paying job after having burned his bridges in the banking industry, his search for new employment proved a failure. Instead of sucking it up and accepting he was no longer the high roller he once was, he gradually ate through his savings while cursing and complaining about his situation. I heard he got kicked out of his apartment the other day for failing to keep up with the rent payments. I have no idea where he went or what became of him after that, and to be honest, I don't care. His mom and dad lost their jobs and reputations right along with him. Unable to bear being the talk of the town and being the butt of every joke in the neighborhood, they escaped in the night and were never heard from again. As for me and my parents, we finally enjoyed our long-awaited day out the next day. Being in the banking industry, my mom and dad live in the world of stiff formality and decorum when they put on their suits, which means that, as is often the way with those types of people, when they play hard. I'm not ready to look for love again just yet, but when I am, hopefully I can bag myself a guy who isn't a narcissistic bully. Thanks for watching, folks. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to prove what a boss you are by liking and subscribing. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We can't wait to see you again next time.